Okay. All right, folks. Well, we're back in it. Sorry, there was looks like an internet shutdown here at the high school. We run off the high school's internet, so unfortunately knocked us off air, but we're back to it here. It's 24-27. Maybank clawed back to within 3 here. Had a shot blocked back on the other end, but are able to get a nice little defensive play to at least stop the momentum of Lindale going there. So again, apologize, folks, for kind of losing it there, but I want to say they said there was an update or something just pushed through, so had to break off there for a minute. As here's going to be a shot from Reed Carnathan, no good. Collected by Jaden Collin. Pushing it back the other way, Carter Sims gives over to Gibbs. Gibbs fires across to Carter. And just a lot of nice passes, ends up in the hands of Carter Sims, and he's going to bring it all the way within a point, 27-26. A minute 50 left to go here in the quarter. Lindig bringing it up for the Eagles. Going to be working against Luke Carter. Carter not going to give him any space. In the hands of Miller, right back to Lindig. Now over to McCoy. So again, just working it around the arc here are the Eagles, trying to find a soft spot, not seeing anything they like. Now Lindig thought about a three, now going to feed it inside to Davis Carnathan. Carnathan going to work against Gibbs, and there you go. Dalen Gibbs using his athleticism against the much larger opponent. Now Carter Sims with it back on offense, gives up to Jaden Collin. Collin going to give back to Sims. Sims got a man in the air, now gives over to Gibbs. Gibbs thought about the three, but decided to let it go. Now Luke Carter going to be working against Miller. Gives over to Collin. Collin going to try and get inside. Feeds over to Carter Sims. Sims three short. Off front rim. Now here is Reed Carnathan. Going to lose the ball and out of bounds. Oh, no. They're going to say last touch by a Panther? Oh, man.
Looks like Penland back into the ball game now. It's looking good here.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's just my phone.
Three-pointer made right there. Not sure.
Yeah, I apologize.
Not sure who knocked that one down.
So nervous about getting knocked off air again. I wouldn't pay attention. I'm sorry. But Perkins now with it. Looks like they are going to try and hold for the last shot here, are the Panthers. Now, I usually say that, and they shoot it with about 10 seconds left to go. So they need to start learning to hold it down to about 4 or 5 seconds as Perkins loses it, but luckily Collin there. Luke thought about a deep three, but now going to try and back into the paint, and going to be a blocking foul called. So 2 shots coming from the line here for Luke Carter. Got quite the student section here tonight. A lot of them wearing camo. I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like there's a theme. Usually teenagers don't all dress alike unless there's a theme. The first shot went down, as you saw. But then again, we are in Maybank. Got our fair share of country kids, so could just be the norm.
Could be anything.
Second shot up and tickles. It does not go down for Luke Carter, and that is the way the half will end. So, JD, don't forget we have got, well, I know you didn't forget, but don't forget we have got a senior presentation coming up here rather shortly.
You want to play just one of our normal breaks and then we'll cut back into it, or how are you wanting to do this?
That's a really good question. It's like maybe the $1 million question, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, so look, we're going to send it to a short break. If we've got to cut into your break, we'll get you made back up. We apologize. But yeah, go ahead and send this to a short.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle.
3 seasons that have been an integral part of the basketball program. The first senior is number 1, J.C. Jones. She's being accompanied by her parents, Aaron and Crystal, as well as her sister, Jamie. J.C. is a 3-year letter winner for the Panthers. She was named 17 All-District the past 2 seasons, as well as the team's defensive MVP both seasons. J.C. is also a varsity cheerleader, lettered in 2 years in track, earned her CNA license, was a member of the homecoming court in 2023, and homecoming queen nominee in 2024. Next year, J.C. plans to attend Glenn College and major in communications. J.C. says, "So many of my favorite memories remain from being a part of Midnight basketball. I will always remember game day sing-alongs, locker room celebrations, bus rides, and all of my favorite people. The memories," she says, "she will always remember is my freshman year when I had a math class that I struggled to stay awake and slept through most days." So imagine my surprise when one day in walks Coach Sutton, who slides to the desk next to me and sits through my whole math class. Needless to say, I don't go to sleep that day or any others after that. And I still smile every time I picture his tall self at that little desk. The thing she will miss most about MHS is hands down all the coaches who have made a huge difference in my life. They have really become my family, and I'm not sure what I'd do without them every day. Jessie says she has already told Coach Sutton's story, but she has so many more. I won't tell them all, but I want to tell them, let them know how much I think and can ever express how much he's appreciated and what an impact he's had on my life. On and off the court, he's made me a better person. Going to school every day, knowing that he had my back and believing in me, truly is what got me through the school to high school. Thank you, Coach Sutton, for showing up for me for so many times. You are a once-in-a-lifetime coach who makes a difference every day. I'll always feel blessed to have been coached by you. Ladies and gentlemen, J.C. Bailey is also a member of National Baby Club and FCA at Maybank High School. Next year, she plans to continue her academic and athletic career playing basketball at Southwestern University. Bailey says her favorite memory while at NHS is with Savannah and I peeked in our pants from laughing so hard and Coach Sutton took our last 4 years of making memories, learning from mistakes and growing up. Thank you to my entire family for always showing up for me. Thank you to all the coaches that have been there with me since NYBA. But most of all, thank you, Coach Sutton. You spent countless hours pouring into this program for us. Thank you for pushing me to be better on and off the court. You truly mean so much to me. Maybank basketball will always hold a special place in my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Liz. The coaches and players who wish the seniors the best of luck the rest of the year and as they move beyond Maybank. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maybank girls basketball senior class of 2025.
Well, unfortunately, JD, because of our broadcast positioning, you had to see the back of the presentation, but you did get to see a little bit of the presentation there, and we do just want to say that we're real proud of those ladies. They have had quite the fantastic season, and we are excited to see what the rest of the year holds for them. They got one more regular season game, and then they will be in the playoffs. It's locked up. It's done. There is no question about it. They are playoff bound. And if you haven't got the chance to see these, well, actually, nope, we only got 3 minutes left. So tell you what, let's go ahead and hear from the families. You saw a couple of the people out here. Let's go ahead and hear from the families of the Maybank Lady Panthers and just how proud they are of their Lady Panthers.
Hey Bugs, happy senior night. Daddy and me are so proud of you and all that you've accomplished. Hope you're proud of yourself and cannot wait to see all the great things that you go and do. We love you, baby.
JC, I really am your biggest fan. I think that you're so good at basketball. But I wanted to go ahead and let you know that this court is mine now. And I will be better than you. But I will give you some credit because I've been so lucky enough to watch and learn from you. I love you.
JC, I love you. I'm so proud to be your dad. Watching you play basketball is one of my favorite things to do.
I am so proud to be number one's mom, and if you've ever seen or heard me at a game, you know that's true. JC, I will miss watching you play basketball so much. It hurts to even think about it. I truly admire what you've done on this court all these years. I love your hustle, your heart, your grit, your tenacity, and that even if you're losing, you never give up. When you step on that court, you give your all, and I've never been more proud of anything in my life. I do wish some of that would have transferred over into the classroom just a little bit, but I mean, we're almost done now, so just promise me that you'll live your life the way that you've handled yourself on this court, and I guess I'll let it slide. Love you.
Hey, Bailey. We just wanted to let you know that we're so proud of you.
And yes, life has revolved around your basketball for the last 10 years, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
And even though we fight sometimes, I really do look up to you.
I want to play just like you whenever I grow up, but I still think I'll be better. You better kick butt in the playoffs.
We love you, Bailey.
All right, back to it here on Cedar Creek Media. As always, I am Taylor Honey.
And I'm JD Bird.
And we are happy to have you here. Oh, there we go. I was like, what in the world? Principal Rowland just so happened to be standing right over the top of our microphone. I said, well, that's not a voice I'm normally used to hearing in the old headphones, but He's a really good guy. I didn't really know much about Principal Rowland before this year. Got the chance to bend his ear a few times. Pretty good guy there. Enjoy getting to talk to Principal Rowland. Let me tell you what, if you think he doesn't love the kids at Maybank, you are incorrect. That man eats, sleeps, and breathes green and black. I can promise you that. Well, JD, it is a 33-27 advantage for Lindale. Again, Maybank looking to right a wrong. I'm sorry?
Just 30.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, sorry. 30-27. I don't know what I cannot read today.
It's a 3-point lead.
It's a 3-point lead.
I think that's
what it is.
I think that's where your second three was coming from.
That's exactly where I was at. So it is 30-27. It is a 3-point lead, and the Maybank Panthers looking to avenge an earlier loss, 68-55 in Lindale. So they are trying to defend home court, even up the season record against these Eagles here for the year. As now Sims has it, trying to find somewhere to go, gives over to Colin. Colin looks like he's going to try and find some space. He does. Finishes with the right hand. Nicely done. Whew. And a couple of points there for Jaden Collins. So Coach Carter liking this small ball lineup, sticking with it here in the second half. Lindig gives over to Davis Carnathan. He misses. Couple of Panthers looking at the ball thinking they were all going to go for it. Nobody did. So McCoy ends up with it but has his shot blocked. I believe that was Luke Carter that blocked it from behind. Now here is Reed Carnathan going to wind up, take a three, no good. Collected by Jaden Collin, pushes it up to Gibbs. Gibbs finds Luke Carter. Carter was thinking about the three but didn't like his setup. Now he's going to give over to Sims, who's going to step right inside and bang it down. So how about that? First lead of the ball game, 31-30 for your Panthers, and it comes just a minute into the third quarter, and Luke Carter has got that just look of joy on his face. I love watching Luke play. Carnathan, little scoop to the hoop. Great job by Gibbs, making it as difficult as possible for the larger man. Quickly back on the other side. Here's Jaden Collin going to dive into the paint. Gives up to Gibbs. Gibbs three. Bang! Dalen Gibbs with the three. It's going back and forth here. Lead changing hands a few times on the last couple of possessions. Lindig with it. Looks like Luke Carter going to meet him. He did. Dalen Gibbs right on Carnathan, so not going to give him an inch of space. Falling inside, getting the nice fall through is Ty McCoy. Ties things back up here at 34 apiece as Perkins going to make a beautiful move to the inside. Can't get the bunny to finish, but then collected out on the three-point line by Jaden Collin. Gives up to Gibbs for the three, no good. Collected by Reed Carnathan, and he has got it's 2-on-1. How about that? Perkins just takes it right out of his purse.
Gibbs on the other end.
With the Penland shuffle, can't get it to go down. Now has right back in the hands of Davis Carnathan. Pass was tipped, but ends up in the hands of McCoy. Jump shot, no good. Collected by Miller, can't get the second shot to go down. Last touch by Luke Carter before flying out of bounds. And by the way, I was not making fun of a Lindale kid. I said purse and I meant pocket. I'm sorry. So here is Lindig. Spin around. That was a beautiful move, but can't get the reward on the shot as Colin had a pass knocked away. It ended up back on the three-point line and ended up out of bounds from there. Couldn't quite tell you who touched it, but it was Lindale. So Jaden Collin going to be inbounding, finds Luke Carter, stop and pop three, good! Right off the inbounds there. Luke didn't move an inch and just fired, had a man in his face. That was a difficult shot. Now here are the Eagles trying to answer back the other way. Lindig going to give over to Carnathan. His shot, no good. Collected by Jaden Collin. Collin has it knocked away, but somehow Maybank able to keep onto it. Sims almost able to make him pay with the three, and then just a little miscommunication there. Jaden Collin was trying to get it into Dalen Gibbs. Gibbs is going out towards the three-point line. Colin was expecting him to sit right on the baseline. So it will be Eagle ball. This is number 11, Brooks Provo, who's into the ball game. It was Lindig that came out. Now Davis Carnathan again with it. Gonna come off a little something. Ends up in a open three for Provo, and he drops it in. And we are right back knotted up, 37 apiece. So JD, we've had a little bit of a basketball game breakout here in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, they came out. Both teams absolutely came out swinging, just going back and forth at each other from the offense. Once again, it's highlights of how this game really opened up for us in the first place. Except this time, it's a tie ball game.
It is. And so, again, like you said in that first time, we saw Maybank, do pretty well in the first half, and then Lindale just start cooking and churning and really turn things up in the second half. So let's see. I mean, Maybank was down in this one throughout the majority of the game, ended up coming back here in the third quarter, taking the lead. Now we're back tied. So, again, it's just neck and neck, anybody's ball game. And after the game we had on Tuesday, I'll take a nice competitive game here,
Oh, absolutely. Final 18 seconds to tick away at this timeout. I'm going to quickly look. They did a nice job getting Mr. Carnathan a little bit off his rhythm. He hasn't been as much of a factor here in the scoring in the second half so far, as Gibbs has done a very nice job to be all over him and not really give him any of the shots that he wants to take.
Yeah, and that is the advantage of being Dalen Gibbs. Stands, let's say, 6'3"-ish, somewhere in there, but can absolutely jump out of the gym and as quick as they come. So just that athleticism giving Davis Carnathan about all he wants. Is Carnathan not nearly as quick and doesn't seem to have the straight line speed, but strength and height, he's definitely got a big advantage there. So here is Perkins with it. Going to try and get inside. Now kicks out to Sims. Sims over to Luke. Luke almost loses it, but they're going to say travel, actually. So almost lost the handle, but somehow ends up in a travel. If anything, possibly double dribble. But here's Provo. Kicks over to Miller. Miller to Carnathan to McCoy. McCoy trying to find somewhere to go. Gives to Miller. Carnathan thought about a three. Now going to try and drive inside. Kick out to big brother Davis. Now feeds right back into Reed. Reed trying to get around Perkins. Has his pass taken away. He's trying to feed it inside to McCoy. Now pushing it up here are the Panthers. Luke Carter trying to find somewhere to go. Gives up to Sims. Has a nice three. Bang!
He's been shooting rough from out there all night, but he finally gets one to connect for him.
And Carter Sims, he can be cold, and then all of a sudden he'll just catch fire out of nowhere. It's what we need from the junior. That deep three by Miller was no good, collected by Gibbs, who shot it over to Colin, who brings it up. Now right back into the hands of Gibbs. Going to work off a little screen was Luke Carter, but gave right back to Gibbs, now into Colin. Colin over to Sims. Sims feeds it right back to Jaden. So Jaden trying to find somewhere, trying to go baseline. Nice little spin around, now finds Sims. Sims thought about the three, now going to drive in. Little Euro, no good, but collects it before it ends up out of bounds, ends up throwing it into the hands of Provo. Two-man game, and Luke Carter does a pretty good job of defense, just not quite enough to affect the shot back on the other end. 40-39, 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. Maybank trying to build back up a little bit of a lead here. We're down, like we said, throughout most of the first half. How about a three from Luke Carter?
Oh, my goodness.
Luke Carter bringing down the house here in this third quarter.
He is 5 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Woo-hoo! I will take them percentages.
He has only missed one shot all night.
Yike. So here is Davis Carnathan. He started off 7 of 8.
Yes, sir.
How about a little bit of a charge there?
Perkin does a nice job stepping in front of Carnathan there, and Carnathan tries to use his elbow to just kind of go through him. And nice job picking up that charge.
So Caden Penland going to come in, give Jaden Collin a break, but he just walked in and Caden said he was going to be guard number 5. So that means the younger Carnathan, Reed, will be guarded by Penland, and Gibbs will continue to guard Davis Carnathan, but we'll have to wait for the defensive possession to see that as we are on offense. Luke Carter with it, gets one to fall from right on the block. Up to a 6-point lead now. Here is Provo with it, kicks over to Davis Carnathan. Going to be working against Perkins. Perkins doing a good job standing tough. Miller now with it, going to try and get some dive inside. He's going to be fouled. Call going to be called against Gibbs. That will be his third penalty. And it looks like he is going to have to come off for a little bit of a break. That's going to send Jaden Collin back into the ball game. I would imagine that pushes Penland on to Davis Carnathan as Miller is able to get the second one to go down. So here is Pert. Works off a little screen. Trying to find somewhere to go. Gives back up to Luke. Luke going to try and get inside. Is able to, but can't get the finish. Had to reverse it. Left-handed player going from the right side. Just couldn't quite get the easy finish. The soft finish, I should say. Now here's Miller back with it on the other end. Going to try and drive baseline. Reverse scoop to the hoop is good. Beautiful play there by Heath Miller. Haven't seen him score much tonight, but that might be the prettiest shot we've seen from anybody. So here's Carter Sims now. Going to be working against Provo. Provo does a pretty good job of blocking the path. Now Sims going to get inside, has the ball locked up. It ends up being a walk. Looks like Luke Carter going to need a breather here. So that is going to send the good Reverend into the ball game to finish out the quarter. McCoy gets it across half court, working against Jaden Collin. Collin giving no quarter. McCoy going to be called for the charge.
Nice job by Penland stepping up.
I'm telling you what, that kid's as tough as they come. I know we've mentioned that word a lot, but something in the water here in Maybank makes these kids just bones are made of iron or something. So 10 seconds left, going to be one shot for the Panthers. Here's Perkins with it. Gives over to Collin, right back to Sims. Sims three, off front rim, no good. But the Panthers use a strong third quarter to go to a 2-point lead, 45-43. We got the final 8 minutes coming up right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And back to it here on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. Cedar Creek Media, Taylor Honey,
J.D. Bird.
And we have got a good one here at Panther Gymnasium, 45-43. Maybank with the slim lead. It's going to be Lindale inbounding, start the fourth quarter. Going to be Heath Miller tossing it in. And here we go, final 8 minutes underway. Going to be Lindig with it, bringing it across half court. He'll be working against Jaden Collin. Now here is Provo with the ball. Kicks over to Miller again. And Miller took a step before he dribbled the ball, established a pivot foot, and then used that pivot foot for the first step. And as we've seen, JD, that must be a real bugaboo for the UIL this year because we see that called constantly.
All the time.
So nice backdoor cut for Luke Carter. Fall away, too strong. Probably wanted to pass that out. Ball kind of rolls around, ends up in the hands of the Eagles, and that is going to be a bump foul there. Believe that
the referee just, oh man, okay.
What? Oh, no.
The ball ended up going off of the referee's foot and popping back inbounds when it was about to go out of bounds off of Lindale.
Oh.
So Lindale just got to keep that alive because the referee was there with his foot.
I did not see that. Good catch, JD. As here's a three for Provo, and he buries it from in the corner. Lindale goes back on top, 46-45. And Dalen Gibbs getting ready to come back. Here is Sims now with the ball. Gonna try and split a couple of Eagles, and does. Ends up going through 3 different Eagles on the play and finishes soft right at the rim. Here is Provo again gonna take a corner three, no good. Jaden Collin does a good job tipping it out. Ends up in the hands of Penland. Now with Sims coming across half court. Sims gonna be working against Reed Carnathan, gives over to Collin. Collin, nice feed inside to Penland. No good, but charge going to be called anyway. Penland a little slow up off the floor. And going to get a break anyway, as Dalen Gibbs going to come in. So interesting, they're leaving Ty Perkins on Davis Carnathan, who's got about a head advantage on him, but if we know anything about Perk, that might be the most, country strong kid on this team. That's exactly why you did, oh, come on. So foul going to be called, but that is exactly why they did it, as Perkins has got that leverage and the attitude to fight with Davis down on the block. Now it's a couple of shots coming up here for Davis Carnathan, but now he is going to have to be constantly thinking about that pressure on the backside. First shot up and good. Ties things up at 47 apiece. Coach Carter wanting a little bit of an explanation back on the other end from the official. Second shot up, and that one's good as well. So after going quiet offensively, starting to pick up a little bit here in the fourth quarter is Mr. Davis Carnathan. Jaden Collin going to hold on to the ball, wait for somebody to come up and pick him up. Now trying to set up the offense, going to find Carter Sims in the corner. Now right back out to Jaden Collin. Collin going to dive in, kick out to Sims. Sims with the three, no good. But Jaden Collin almost able to save it, but it ends up out of bounds. Lindale looks like they are wanting to push things quickly the other way as Provo thought about a three, now gives up to Miller. Miller steps inside, kicks back out to Provo. Provo over to Lindig. Lindig trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Jaden Collin doing a good job staying on top of him and ends up throwing up a pretty wild shot there. Collected by Collin, who brought it across half court. Now, again, Maybank is not afraid to use the slow game or a deep three like that. Ends up out of bounds, last touch by Lindale. That's exactly what I was going to say. They kind of lull you to sleep, or they kind of take their time and then hit a shot. As I was about to say it, Luke Carter sent up that deep three. Inbound went to Gibbs. Here is Luke Carter. Gibbs over to Collin. Collin right back over to Gibbs, and they're going to play a little two-man game. Now here's Sims with it, feeds inside to Perkins. Now three, good!
Got it!
Carter Sims makes it a 2-point advantage for the Panthers. 50-48. Miller with it, kicks over to Lindig. Lindig over to Reed Carnathan. Carnathan trying to read, see what he's going to do. Oh, tipped
Good
away.
hands.
Good job by Gibbs. Least disrupted the
That's
play.
a double dribble.
Yeah, double
No
dribble
way.
not called there. But
ball don't lie on that shot. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir. Ends up not hurting the Panthers, but would like to see that call called. So again, Maybank going to be happy to slow things down. Jaden Collin dribbling into the corner and going to be fouled. Reed Carnathan with the block. Something Luke still didn't like. He was asking an official, or not really asking an official, really telling an official what was wrong there. It's going to be Luke inbounding. Went over to Jaden. Went back behind the half-court line. Now back across. Now working off a little screen. Going to try and get into the paint. Oh, pass. It was there. Luke Carter was able to get the pass, but good defense the other way. Oh. Gibbs with the three-pointer, no good. And the Panthers doing a great job of keeping this alive, and a foul going to be called. Oh, no, excuse me. There's an injury on the floor. Lindale player in pain.
Oh, Luke Carter also limping off on the side over there.
So maybe a couple
he's
of
gonna head out of
guys.
the building.
Yeah, a couple of guys catching each other. Even though they're on opposite ends, I don't know if Carnathan was able to just get. See, there's some talk going on. Might need to get on the old YouTube machine and go back and see here. It seems like both teams are upset with the other. So yeah, again, I'm sorry, I don't mean to go quiet on you here, folks, but I'm just trying to see exactly what the, well, okay, so Carnathan, it looks like he just stepped awkwardly. It didn't really look to be a Panther around him. That could have caused the injury, so I'm not exactly sure what the frustration from Lindale was. But either way, we're back into it here as, Dalen can't hit the easy shot there, floating above the rim. So Lindale able to capture and go back the other way, as McCoy can't get one to fall either. So both teams having a little trouble from right at the cup here early. Is Carter going to come back out and sit on the bench? Looks like he's walking okay as well. So here is Perkins with it. Kicks back out to Collin. Collin going to be working against McCoy. Kicks over to Gibbs. Perkins right back to Gibbs. So really slowing things down here are the Panthers, as Gibbs going to be pushed.
Provo going to get caught for that push.
Acting surprised, but that was a lot of contact. So not in the act of shooting or anything like that, so it's just going to be a common foul. Will be an inbound from underneath the Panthers' own bucket. As, man, Collin missed a wide open Gibson. He was literally sitting right underneath the bucket with nobody there. And it was just missed. And then a turnover on the travel there for the Panthers. So not a very good possession there by the guys in white and green. Here is Davis Carnathan with it, trying to make a little space against Perkins. Perkins going to tip it and out of bounds. He thought he got it to tip off of Davis, but wasn't quite so lucky. But it will reset the offense here as the inbound goes to Davis Carnathan. Now they work it around over to Miller. Miller in that left corner trying to find somewhere to go, spins around. Sims does a good job staying right on him, but somehow able to step through and get it to go down. Timeout now going to be called by Lindale. So yeah, things got a little quiet in here. It was really the energy was up, everything was going. A couple of injuries there, and it got rather quiet here as both teams kind of seemed a little flustered with the other, but officials do a pretty good job to make sure no tempers flare over. Fortunately, we did see a little bit of chippiness the last time these two played. So, good job by these guys. Much better job by these guys controlling things than that crew out there. So
I think Luke Carter, see him with a roller over there now. I think he might be dealing with some cramps in his calves at the moment.
He is working the dough over there, as I would say. Got out the old rolling pin. So we are knotted up. This is exactly the kind of thing we were looking for, and this game was really getting rocking and rolling, man, and it is just kind of turned into a crawl here.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, if I'm Maybank, I might be a little peeved by, because it seemed like that high tempo really was playing to their, playing to their strengths. So 2.5 minutes to go here.
One of your main guys that brings that tempo is currently sitting on the bench over there.
Yes, he is. And again, only a 7-man team, 2-man bench for your Panthers. So any injury is a big injury. So here's Gibbs with it. Going to feed it inside to Penland. Penland going to find Sims. Sims going to be working against Miller. Kicks over to Collin. Now right back to Gibbs. Looks like Gibbs is going to have an opportunity here. He's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to get Davis Carnathan there. They do. Will be a hack. Actually, I don't even think they call hacks anymore. I think it's called something else, but back in my day, that was called a hack.
That'll be a third foul on Carnathan. Maybe the 4th team foul, so.
Gibbs can't get the first one to dance down. But we do have a Luke Carter sighting as he comes back out on the court. Not walking strangely at all, so looks like he's going to be all right. Second one for Gibbs. That one is true. So that could be big, having that 1-point advantage going back and forth here. As McCoy just loses the ball, but able to collect it back now in the hands of Miller. Miller, a little in and out move, trying to find some space against Sims. Loses the handle. Jaden Collin, I believe, is going to get called for a foul. It's a good effort play, but.
Shot block, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually that's when the ball's on the ground, it's usually a pretty fair game. So I don't know the official calling on that one.
No, I'm not sure either. I do know Miller's got the ball, kicks over to Davis, and gives right back to Miller. Now McCoy with it, got a nice little move, falls in and gets the shot to go down. Got Gibbs up in the air and found some space. So 52-51, minute 34 left to go here. So just a tick over 90 seconds. Collin with it. Going to find Carter. Thought about that quick deep three, but now going to try and get inside and gets the foul. So that's just heads up basketball right there from the junior. Comes from a basketball family. And that is the kind of advantage you get. And that is also the 5th team foul, JD. So Maybank will be shooting from here on out.
Yes, they will.
So interesting here. Actually, both coaches, as Carter hit the first one, but both coaches, the Lindale coach and Coach Carter, both giving the official.
Both getting in the ears.
Absolutely. And second shot is good for Luke as well. He's got to be in the neighborhood of 30 tonight somewhere. Close, at least. Or maybe I'm just exaggerating. I'm not sure. Here is Provo with it. Going to go to the left side. Has a open walk to the bucket.
So Luke Carter with 22.
22, so getting close. All right, Sims with it. Going to try and get into the paint. Nice little Euro. Oh! couldn't get it to go down, but is fouled. So 2 shots coming up here for Carter Sims. You got to send somebody to the line. You feel pretty good about Mr. Sims being the one. That one is good. Knots things up at 54 apiece. And looks like Lindale going to call a timeout before the second shot. So, yeah, it's been a pretty entertaining game here tonight, JD. As we were talking about, we hadn't seen, Maybank has had a couple of really good games in a row, whether it be the boys or the girls. A couple of blowouts on Tuesday. So it's been a little while since we got a game like this.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I'm definitely enjoying it here on a Friday night.
Almost shades of when they played Athens here at home.
Yes, that was a good one. Now we're hoping for a little bit different outcome.
Absolutely.
But I will take it. I will take the excitement any day of the week. Do want to say thank you to all those that have been tuned in and hanging out with us today. Always nice to know y'all are there.
56 seconds left to go in the game.
You got one more shot here for Carter Sims coming up. It's the not very common timeout between free throws. Just occurred.
Wonder if that's like ice in the kicker.
Gotta be. Doesn't work for Carter Sims, though.
Just too true with that free throw, man.
So 1 point advantage here for the Panthers. Lindig bringing it down, going to be working off a screen from Carnathan. Gives over to Miller, thought about the 3. Miller steps back, spin around, finds McCoy. McCoy trying to find something to do with it. Back to Miller, and going to be is it a charge? Yep.
That's a charge.
That is a charge, so put the head down, went through the defender. So going to be pressure here now from the Eagles. Luke Carter going to take a shot to the face. Hey, you know what? That might be the best play I've seen all season from Luke Carter right there. We've seen Luke. He is a fiery competitor. He doesn't lose his cool much, but you know what? Last time, if we're being honest, last time this Lindale team got under Luke's skin a little bit, kind of made him play outside of his game. Right there, he just, look, I was 16, 17, 18 at one point in time. I know how it is whenever you're playing a hard-fought game. That was a little bit of a cheap shot, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So that was a cheap shot there from the Eagles. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about the kid. I would have done the same thing at 16. I'm not saying that. But I've got to give big kudos to Luke Carter right now for simply, he didn't make a face. He didn't look at Lindig. He didn't do anything other than toss the ball up. And when you're in a close game like this right now, only a 1 point lead, under a minute to go, you need your leader to step up and be that guy, to be that cool-headed person for you. So that right there just told me everything I need to know about Luke Carter and how he's feeling tonight. I am feeling confident in my friend Luke Carter.
I believe they call that being the bigger man.
I do.
Right there, you know, because anybody can take that cheap shot and then, just fire right back with one of their own. It takes a much bigger man to take that cheap shot and say, you know what, I'm just gonna let my play tonight speak for itself. The kid has gone lights out. Luke has been lights out all night long. Missed one shot all night long. That's it. He has led his team to the best of his ability all night long. And right there, it was just one of those things where, he really wanted him to foul him. The fact that he decided to choose that cheap shot, okay, maybe you didn't like that as much, but nonetheless, you're getting the same outcome. He's over there, and he's going to take 2 more free throws here at the line.
That's another guy you feel good about at the line. 2 shots coming up here for Mr. Cotta. First one is good. I tell you what, we've still got, a good chunk of this season left, and then we got a senior year with Luke. But I tell you, some basketball program somewhere collegiately is going to get a heck of a player out of Maybank, Texas. And second one good as well. Makes it a full possession lead here. 57-54. Looks like there might be a little bit of a slick spot on the court. Provo hit the deck pretty hard. I really didn't see exactly what happened, if he just hit a bad spot or, yeah, feet just kind of got away from him there as he was trying to quickly get up and go back. So, all right, so inbound to Lindig. Quickly push it across court, and timeout going to be taken here by Lindale. So, yeah, there is a couple of real athletes on this team that, have really, really bright futures, potential futures in this sport. Of course, as we know, Dalen Gibbs, he's got the older brother, Devin. He is a Division I tight end, you know what I mean? Plays at Midwestern State. Really, really good kid. Then you've got Dalen himself. So he can go anywhere. He's got the same athleticism as his brother, like I said. You got Luke Carter, can shoot lights out and is just the fiercest competitor you've ever seen. Carter Sims, why he's a quiet kid. There is just a subtle motivation and an ice water in that kid's veins.
Absolutely.
That you love to see. Caden Penland, man, I'm telling you, I really would have liked to seen a couple of years development at, in football for him. Played a lot. His senior year didn't get to play quite so much before. Would have really liked to see his potential with a few years of starting under his belt. I mean, it's just this whole group is nothing but insane. And then you got maybe the most athletic guy out there in Jaden Collin, So
a squad of absolute athletes.
Sure. So down 3 points, Lindale trying to find some offense. Here is Miller with it. Going to kick over to Lindig, and another timeout going to be called by Lindale. Coach Carter doesn't like something, was pointing it out, and Coach Sabo had to kind of pull him to the side and say, no. Or excuse me, that's Coach Petit, but had to kind of tell him, like, hey, buddy, chill out now. Calm down.
Take it easy. We're up. We're up. No need to worry.
So it was just the short variety there for Lindale.
There's 15 seconds left in the game, and I believe Lindale wants to try to hold on for this last second shot.
I do want to show y'all here real quick. We have got quite the student section built up here tonight. These guys have been here all night. Oh, excuse me, I bumped the camera. These guys have been here all night, so give a big shout out to those boys there. So just a scotch under 16 seconds to go here. McCoy going to be inbounding for the Eagles on his side. Kicks over to Davis Carnathan. Carnathan gives to McCoy. Takes the three. No good. And ends up out of bounds. So Maybank going to have possession whenever they come back out of this timeout. So would expect to see Lindale quickly foul. So that's probably what they're going to talk about right now, is they want to try and probably force the ball into the hands of anybody other than Luke Carter or Carter Sims. Now, as a squad, Maybank is a very good free throw shooting team, but if you get to pick your own poison, you don't want to pick Luke or Carter.
Absolutely. They are definitely elite when it comes to shooting. And so you definitely would have put somebody like, I wouldn't even say really Dalen Gibbs, because Gibbs has done a nice job with his free throw shooting and his shooting from beyond the arc. So he's shown that he's able to do that kind of shooting. Then your next option would be, maybe Perkins. Well, Perkins, whenever we've seen him get to the free throw line, his awkward shot as it may be, somehow just works splendidly for him.
Yes, he does.
And he makes his free throws with a high majority. So that leaves you who?
Caden Penland.
Well, Jaden Collin out there at the moment.
Yeah, true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You could do that. I've seen him in warm-ups. he's sitting there knocking it down the entire time. You don't have somebody in his face pressuring him on a shot. I guarantee he knocks it down.
Well, the thing with Jaden is he's so fast they can hardly ever get to him to foul him. Is Luke going to take another shot here? That time across the mouth region. Now that one was unintentional by McCoy, just trying to get a hand in there. But it is 2 shots coming up for Mr. Carter. As he goes through the routine, shot is up and good. So one more coming up here could give the Panthers a 5-point advantage, which would pretty much ice this thing. And he does. So it goes down. Miller with it. Gonna have to get a quick 3. He's got one open and just in and out, does not go down, and can't get the shot off before the buzzer. So Maybank does it. They come back after a rough first half, 59-54. Let me go see if I can get somebody here.
You got it. I believe really quick, I'm going to quickly send it to a little commercial break, and we'll be back with Taylor and his interview of whoever he grabs after this.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, here we are, a couple of our favorite guys. We have got Luke, turn that one down. We've got Luke Carter and Dalen Gibbs hanging out here with us today. So, Luke, we'll talk to you first, man. Again, starting out, coming out, hitting 5 of your first 6 threes tonight. So 15 points really quick, really setting the tone for the offense. It was kind of a slow start there at the first half, but there in the second half, you guys just absolutely exploded. So what do you do to kind of stick with it, man?
Well, first, all glory to God. You know, none of this would have happened without God. And, just set that stone first. But I don't know. Like you said, we had really good ball movement. He talked about that at halftime. Everybody kind of got a touch. There was one where it was like Dalen, Jaden, Perk, then me in the corner, and like that reminded me of the 2016-2017 Warriors.
Yeah.
And when people are knocking it down, you find them, you move the ball, Yeah. You got anything to that?
All right, so Luke, let me ask you one more here, and then we'll get over here to Dalen. So you took a couple of hard shots tonight, man. You took a couple of pretty hard fouls. It seems like whenever now I don't want to tell anybody to do this, but it seems like whenever you get hit hard, it kind of knocks you into even more of a focus. So what can you tell us about that, man? Because that just seems to be one of your quirks that I can't get over. The harder you get hit, the more focused you get.
I like the challenge. I like the challenge a lot, especially when it comes to basketball. And I just feel like if I'm getting pressure more, they're more like, ooh, I can't wait to get under your skin and see if you miss it. If I miss it, I'm going to do it again and again and again. But the more I work harder, and I miss it again and again and again, the better it'll be in the game. So I just practice on shots usually that aren't really game-like, which is kind of like a little bad. But at the same time, obviously, I get the game-like shots in too. But no, like I said, I like taking tough shots, especially when a defender thinks that they can guard me or knows that they can guard me. Like I said, him and I go at it in practice, literally fighting. Coach is breaking us up. But, hey, at the end of the day, We love each other.
Absolutely. And speaking of defense, that's what we were going to talk about with you, Mr. Dalen. Now, it started out Davis Carnathan, the big guy for the other team, 25. He started out 7 of 8 from the floor. Things changed whenever Dalen Gibbs moves over to start guarding him. So he's the bigger guy. He's the stronger guy. Now, you're probably you are more athletic. You are a lot quicker. So what did you use in your tool bag there to really slow him down? Because, I mean, you pretty much shut him down after the first quarter.
Just the way I jump, my athleticism. And when I guarded him, he was like, oh, crap, you're athletic, right? I was like, yeah. But, like I said last time, I just proved to coach that I can guard big guys in big plays, and that's what I'll do.
And you seem like you enjoy that challenge. You really want to kind of literally climb that hill.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tell coach every time, I was like, give me guard 25. I got him. I promise I got him. And I guess he got me, so I got him back.
There you go. There you go. Now, this is for both of you guys. So, got 2 weeks left in the season. Got 4 games left to go here. So, what do y'all really buckle down and work on over the next 2 weeks?
Probably just beating Athens. I mean, that's our main goal for real. But, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Luke?
Beating Athens is one of them, but just doing the small things correctly, like boxing out, talking, rebounding, finding our scores, moving the ball, just stuff like that. Yes, we want to beat Athens, but we also want to beat Kemp and Brownsboro. For sure, Brownsboro, because it's senior night. It's going to be a sad night. But no, yeah, that's just for the next weeks. And then, if we're fortunate enough, go to playoffs and just do the same old,
Sounds good. Well, speaking of senior night, there was 3 girls here tonight, of course. I don't know if y'all are friends or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're close, we're close.
So Taylor Granger,
JC
Jones, and Bailey Litchfield. Yes. So 3 staples of Maybank basketball, whether it's boys or girls. So anything you'd like to say to those senior ladies tonight?
No, I thought they played really good. It kind of took them a little minute to wake up. Kind of scared me a little bit because they only won by 4 over there in Lindale. But no, they finally woke up, and me, JC, and Bailey, Bailey are really close. Now I know Taylor a little bit, and I think I can say the same with Dalen, like the same, like friendship-wise. But no, yeah, we're all friends, and it's just 3 off the Maybank. Yeah, we're gonna miss them for sure.
Sounds good. Well, all right, boys. Well, y'all go celebrate, and we'll see you on Tuesday in camp. All right.
Sure, thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, there they are. Offensive and defensive MVP of the night. And I don't normally just say MVP, but they were definitely those tonight for sure. Well, all right, JD, it has been a fun night, and it was 2 wins for your Panthers here tonight, taking out the Lindale Eagles and Lady Eagles. We had a whole lot of fun, and we appreciate y'all being here. So anything to put a bow on this one? I always like to give you a chance. So
I don't really have anything other than what's already been said, man. Just fantastic games that we were able to watch right there. That boys game absolutely reminded me of that Athens game, but just able to hold on to it down the line right there was our victors in white, and to be able to hold on to that one, and of course the girls prior to it, just fantastic games, both of them, and can't wait to see them as they continue to go, and look forward to their playoff runs that they will have.
Yes, sir. Well, all right. Until next Tuesday, I am Taylor Honey.
And I'm JD Bird.
And we are Cedar Creek Media. We'll catch you next time, folks.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.